good tonight? Fantastic. I'm actually the voice here tonight for Jordan Ochoa. Jordan is the Burning 2016 field organizer for several House districts here in the Denver area. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. He's been working so hard he lost his voice today, so I'm kind of speaking for him tonight. But we definitely want to thank you all for coming out. This is what we have here, a volunteer-led benefit where all of the proceeds are going to go to the campaign. So thank you for coming out and for donating. In fact, if you want to donate, we have donation envelopes over by the entrance area there. We also have stickers and buttons and other swag. We want to thank the Mercury Cafe for having us here. Thank you very much. It's a fantastic little spot, so we really like coming out here. Also want to thank Marilyn and Robert over here for taking their time and for donating to the People's Movement. So thank you so very much, Marilyn and Robert. We also want to thank, while we're thanking individuals, we have the band here. The name of the band is Beauty of My Land. Definitely recommend you stay around and listen to them. Warming up there if we have. So we want to address a couple of things. What's going on in the campaign? Today was a statewide day of action, as a lot of you know because you were out there working. We had over 50 canvases statewide. Give yourself a round of applause for that. That consisted of thousands of unpaid, dedicated volunteers. Phone banking, knocking on doors, you name it. Just thank you so much for all that you're doing, for myself, for my daughter, for Jordan, for everybody that this means so much to. We also had a really amazing event today that I took part in, and it was really informative, and I recommend that you attend one if you get a chance. It was a caucus training and a mock caucus where we actually got to do a little mock-up caucus of how it would go, and I thought I had it all figured out, and I was going to go to caucus and understand everything. There's a lot to know, so go to one of those if you get the chance. I also want to say that next week we have a really exciting event. We have an office opening for the Bernie campaign. That's huge, right? This isn't corporate money opening an office. This is volunteers. This is people like George showing up. I went and helped them scrape the crap off of the floors, paint the floors blue, and scrub the windows. I hate doing windows. Jordan will tell you. But we had a really good time. So it's over on 7235 East Colfax. That's Quebec and Colfax. It's right there. It's open. We're going to have an opening for everybody to come and check it out. It's Thursday at 5:30 p.m. If you can make it, please. You're going to meet all of your fellow burners there, and you're going to find amazing ways to get involved and just be beautiful and continue to fight for the American people. So thank you very much. Super. Awesome. Cool. So we're going to quit John. We've got some good poets coming up here and reciting some poetry for you, and then we're going to have a band after that. So if you guys have any questions, Jordan Ochoa, amazing young man. Really proud to know him. Thank you. How y'all doing? Oh, no. We're here for a really great cause tonight. All of you are really kind enough to So, hi, my name is Paul Lippman. I've been on a gajillion Denver Mercury National Slam teams. This poetry that you're going to hear tonight is not going to be, this is not a quiet poetry reading. This is not a wait till they're done and politely applaud poetry reading. If you are affected by something while a poem is going on, let it be known. Because cheer, clap, do whatever you like. Because if we hear silence, and we think we suck, we are neurotic, we are artists, we need affirmation for the love of God. So, thank you! Alright, so, this poem, it's a short one, so I'm going to explain a little bit. It was inspired by a phenomenon I was noticing online months back, and a lot of people talking about someone else who might be up for the election. They were like, I'm going to vote for him, ironically, it's going to be hilarious. And what popped in that phenomenon, what popped into my mind is actually the subtitle of this poem. The title will be made obvious in a second, but I was just like, oh God, don't hipster fuck us into oblivion, please. You are gonna bring about the apocalypse because you think it's funny. Don't do it. So, how do you make a joke funnier? Make it last 10 seconds longer. Now, a human being has to perpetuate a truly heinous amount of tone-deaf asshattery to have their very name transformed from a proper noun into a whole new kind of qualifier. A douche verb. Past examples include Columbusing and pulling a Nixon. The latest addition to this proud tradition is trumping. This particular douche verb is very flexible. Bad hair day? Trumping. Referring to yourself in the third person? Trumping. Imbuing your Twitter account with supernatural properties? Trumping. Denying global warming because snow. Pronouncing China to rhyme with fuck you. It's as if this obscure Sumerian prankster god Shit Giggles deemed our life too humdrum and sent us this dick joke Voltron to bring us out of our doldrums, to keep us amused, so we'll all still be laughing. 10 seconds after he's elected. We don't want that to happen. Please vote for Bernie fucking Sanders. All right, keep that up, Lando. Keep that up, Lando. Keep that up, Lando. Bring on the next poet, Sienna Burnett.
I feel the need to kind of talk a little bit about this poem. There's this poet named Carrie Brzezinski. She's amazing, yeah. If you don't know her, you should look her up. And she has this poem called Terrorism, and there's a line in it about how living in America, sometimes debt becomes your first name. And I've always identified with that line and inspired a lot of the thought in this poem, so I felt it necessary to kind of credit her for that inspiration. So this is called In the Beginning. In the beginning, my parents gifted me with a name that meant girl with glowing hair, girl that wanted to go places, who wanted to become all of the dancing pictures she saw in her head. My parents pushed me towards creation, towards what they knew put a spark in my fingertips, towards the stage, a place that always felt like home. When I left home and became Colorado bound, all of it meant beginning, meant a girl terrified and thrilled by the blank pages before her, by the possibilities she could have if she was willing to work for it. When I was accepted into the theater program at UNCO, I was 18 years old. The common thread that ran through all of my friends was, no one can actually afford school. Everyone takes out loans. It's totally normal. It's fine. Don't worry. You pay the minimum amount a month. It's normal. It's normal. It's normal to have debt you can't fathom. It's normal for the numbers to become ludicrous. Everyone is doing it. There is no other way. In the beginning, it was normal. Each semester, tuition due, a red number blaring in my inbox until the money went through, the red number dissolving into a green check mark for a little while longer I could forget. In the end, I was walking in blue, tassels hanging, my family grinning in the stands, a moment of levity, of lightness, of beginning. But in the distance, over the roar of congratulations, I could hear it. A faint sound of ticking of a bomb I tried to bury, the 6-month grace period, dissolving by the day, each one a reminder of my shrinking freedom, but I relied on a fake reassurance of, it's fine, don't worry, it's normal, it's normal. If it's normal, it has to be possible, right? My brother tells me, Sienna, relax, you cannot let this consume your life. Your loans are technically already paid off because you are going to die. I smile at him. I wish I could accept his brotherly advice as he presses it into my palms. What he does not know is that my loans are federally branded with our father's name forever, whether I am alive or not. My dad's name, Scott, has always meant artist, musician, painter, with art living in his hands, but these days his name has taken on new meaning. A man shackled to his daughter's debt, who still loves her despite the demons she lays at his feet. People tell me, Sienna, you have to let go of this guilt and anxiety. It will never put good things in your hands. They tell me that my debt does not dictate my life, but in so many ways it does. I work full-time. I am financially independent, but since I began paying off these loans, my savings have dissolved. The accruing interest a monster eating any progress I try to make. And these days, there is another ticking sound. The dwindling amount of time I have before I am fined at tax season for not having healthcare I cannot afford. I just keep praying that nothing happens to me, that I can outlive my parents, because I can't swallow the thought that if I were to die, the only legacy I would leave behind would be $70,000 knocking on my father's door and wrapping its hands around his neck. And this is my name now, and the name of millions of graduates in this country. We have inherited a broken promise, a nation that told us we could be anything, that we had beginning in our fingertips if only we were willing to work for it. But we can acquire a degree for jobs that do not exist and charge dollars that no one has. You are telling us to build a house from toothpicks and survive a tsunami, but we are not building anything. We are simply digging our own graves. The only legacy we leave behind is the shovel for the class of 2016, 2017, 2020. Congratulations, this mangled system that is designed to drown you, this is your beginning. Still, there is a prayer alive in my hands, that this will not become your names, that maybe we could tear down the bones of a broken house, lay them all to rest, and build something sustainable, something with a good name, something that will put good things in all of your hands. Thank you guys so much. Keep that applause going for the next poet, Franklin.
Give it up to Sienna one more time. How y'all doing tonight? Doing good? Thank you for the enthusiasm. It really helps. Like when we're up here and we're like trying to give you a poem and it's dead silent, we're like, oh, it sucks, right? And we don't want that. So thank you so much for the vibe. I'm gonna continue going on. I'm just gonna jump straight into the poem. Sound good? Yeah. I'm always trying to remember where I come from and who I am because I'm a pretty eccentric person. But before this, I'm just trying to be my most professional self and utilize this wealth of knowledge I've collected. But before this, I'm just a busybody, always playing rhythms with my feet so that everywhere I go is a dance. Always singing a song so that my journey is a jam sesh. I am a soulful, big bone swing band. But before this, I'm just an hermano, preoccupied with my baby sister's laughter, making sure she's cackling Mexicana Milagrosa, happy baby brown girl bubbly. But before this, I'm just a queer, built of the sear bones and epitomes of Spartans, who started wars only after making love with each other. To them, a mother's kindness was not battle-ready, but a comrade's devotion sure was legendary. But before this, I'm just the kitchen table inside of everyone's hearts. How we nourish each other with the food from the oven, shoving all the Sunday fun day into our belly. I love peanut butter and jelly. Because it's one of the closest memories I have of me and my nephew in the sticky mash of summer cartoons. But before this, I am Latino. Explico that I'm a chico niño, still too young to understand why I can't be loud in Spanish, why I am best tolerated in English, before Trump tries to tell me that I am a criminal. With all the will to demoralize the fabric of American values, setback told we plagiarized our identity. They have never read my ancestors' codices. This is how poison seeds get planted in both kids and me, and my parents, and the elders. We a forest of rock, trees hacked and uprooted, but before this I am saluted for this flexible tongue, shunned when I talk bilingual, as if a single one language can explain why we still use race as a target. But let's get far from this.
back to a time when we didn't have laws to obey that were meant to keep us enslaved, sovereign of the laws of white men who never intend to get off the podium. As pandemonium makes us forget how far we've come, because before this, I was the Haramuri racist in my great-grandmother's maternal mountains. I was the Spanish fraternal blood my great-grandfather released like the running of the bulls. But even before this, I was Cro-Magnon, standing up against the whole mammoth, with nothing but my spear, my kin, believing we would win. But even before this, I was Australopithecus. See how many of you can make sense of this. As a species, we stood up and lost our footing, always putting our feet in our mouths. Didn't we notice the sounds that we make? How racial slurs actually sound like a rattlesnake on the ground? Did you ignore the caution to think before talking, to look before walking? Have you forgotten the caves we crawled in? Because before this, we were all just human. Pray, so instead, we prayed, we who know how to make good with our magic. Tragic how we forgot the gods within, how to turn pain and lust into faith and trust. We who burned on the Palo Santo wood. Because before this, we just withstood whatever this world were trying to hurl at our face with this pace like it was trying to kill me and all of my siblings. But even before this, I know I was just God's tear, sent down right here. This is the language of turmoil. We who turn soil in our poems to plant the seeds to make the oxygen we breathe. So before this, I am a wind mystic. Before this, I'm not going to give myself over to the stories that ignore me. I have always been this big. I have always navigated myself typhoon. I have not and will not forget that I've always been a monolith. So before this, I'm just trying to tell you that I know the risk and the stakes of losing this, so I cradle it. Because before this, I'm just trying to understand where I come from and who I am for myself. And please keep that applause going for Abby.
Hello. Hi, I'm Abby. I'm so happy to be here with you all. Can we give another round of applause for Franklin? Holly? Yeah. This is a poem to address to my fellow well-intentioned white people and all the work we have left to do. You say white privilege means feeling rage instead of fear when you hear the latest hashtag. I wonder, how do you not feel fear for all those black friends you like to brag about so much? White rage is a hell of a lot easier than white responsibility. Looks prettier on Facebook. White rage is the self-satisfied sibling of black rage, who turns on the faucet to a sink of dirty dishes and says, "There, I did it. I felt something. Now you finish the work." As if we don't have the privilege of forgetting, as if we didn't have to research our feelings first. I wonder if you spell ally with a capital A. I bet you think it's a noun. I bet you'd like to be a card-carrying member of the Good White People Club. You know, the ones who feel entitled to stolen slogans like, "Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe." As if you or I could ever be shot with our hands in the air. As if even the air in our lungs isn't stolen. Healing does not look the same on us. There is no easy way to live on stolen land. No ethical way to wear the transatlantic slave trade and private prisons perfuming our wrists. To draw Venn diagrams of things we have in common with Iggy Azalea, Rachel Dolezal. No one likes looking for the oppressor in their reflection. But if you grow up drinking poison, does your blood eventually convert? How long does it take to detox from being raised as white in America? I know our intentions are good, but well-intentioned white people still carry the virus, still walk through protests as if they were plantations pretending our skin is not a loaded gun, pretending our work is done. Thank you. I also have the pleasure of introducing the band. Their name is Beauty of My Land, and they are an original fusion blues funk band. I'm excited.
Hi guys.
Alright, we're gonna sing one with the band, just kidding. Guys, we just want to remind everybody why they came out today. Everybody's here for one reason. It's can you say that again? I can't hear you. I get it, right? And here's why, guys, because we all have things that we see as inequities in our country, things that are hidden, things that are there in plain sight. But there's really one big issue that's important to me, and I just want to come up and talk about it for half a second. I'm going to let these guys jam the hell out. Guys, we're all under attack from a billionaire class in this country. This is a small percentage of people in this country that have all the money. They own every one of our politicians. No matter what cause is important to you, women's rights, health, wealth and income equality, health care, these issues are all suffering from one root of this tree of problems. That's campaign finance reform. Get the billionaires out of our government and put our voices back in. The only way we're going to do that is get out there, knock on doors, talk to our neighbors, continue to canvass, continue to donate to this campaign, because the corporations are spending a lot of money against you right now, and I guarantee you don't have the money that they have, but you have one thing that they don't have, and that is each other. Get the hell out. Don't just vote. Get your friends out there. Show up to the March 31st caucus. March 1st caucus. March 1st. Show up to the March 1st caucus, not alone. Bring every single person you can. We're going to take back this election, and we're going to do that by showing up, and they can't steal the election from us when we do that. Are you guys with me? When's the caucus? Are you sure? I'll see you there. Thanks, guys. Feel the burn.
Hey guys.
Hi.
I'm so excited to be here right now. I'm excited because I really love Bernie as a presidential candidate. I really hope that we do turn out and that we all vote, that we do what it is that we need to do, and movement and action, right? That's what it's all about, is moving. And so with that, I just want to say that, like, my band, Beauty of My Land, is a world of my self-expression. And I have nothing if I don't have anything around me. So tonight we are playing an improv fusion blues set for you. Because to me, this is how you hear community. This is how you hear connection. And this is how you hear an example of how to make things work when you pay attention and we listen. So this is the beauty of my land. And thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting Bernie. Oh yeah. about life. It's about how we experience. Though I've been down and out, I have found that power resides in me. Time on this journey gives me strength. One day, ooh, one day I will be steady in this soul with flesh and blood. Oh, I look around and I see beautiful souls in flesh and blood. Oh, you better hold on to it so we can be. Oh yeah, so we can. It's not so bad knowing that I am who I say I am. This flair and quirk, it lifts those around me. What consists of a fraction of the force that I am within. With my head held high, I continue to be the way I choose to be. Although it hurts my heart sometimes. See, in the end I will know the path my feet trod in the mountains I've climbed, the soft paths my bare toes have floated upon. This beauty of my land, it's a perseverance through life towards a principal goal, with thought, intention, and endurance. the burn. Sound good? Yeah. You having fun? Awesome. So am I. That this is my goal, that this is the assured expectations of things hoped for. Although there are no plans or whys or how this will come to realization. When I woke up this morning and it was done, I woke up this morning knowing. For yourself and those around you. Thus you will open your eyes to this plan as it unfolds, and with a separate strength of mind, your lifeline will settle with ease, and then you will wake up, wake up, wake up. Inspired to be. peace of mind. Have you ever experienced a moment beautifully exquisite and yet mundane? A breath where tension cannot lie, like the sun on the lawn, in the second of serenity, and then it's gone. Let the superficial data pacify and get back to the raw of the matter. So we really don't know no hows or whys, or how this will come to realization. Inspired and see with new eyes and be inspired today. I wrote this one when I got to Colorado here. I think this is an appropriate group for me to sing this to. My heart, it burns with tears from your eyes. Strangers, they walk by, they don't even smile. But through all the pain we endure, I love you. You see, we've got expectations all heaped up all on us. And this world my family today. But some of you I have not met in this body, but our souls have been intertwined for cycles spanning thousands of years. I've been looking for you, all of you, my people. We all love. And when we touch, energies combine and manifest a true gloriousness, and it's hidden within our inner bodies. It calls out, ready or not, honey, here I come. And now seeing with new eyes this gloriousness, it's been here all this time, and I see love again. Honey, I can stand up to so much pain, but I would rather wear your happiness instead. If for nothing more than that you know you are loved, I want you to know I love you. Oh honey, oh baby, I love you. Yes, I love you. Yes, I love every single one of you. And you're glorious, glorious, flesh and blood. Oh, don't we make injustice and pain, and we are hurting all over. I just want you to know that I love you. I love you. I love you. I just want to know. Thanks, I'm glad you like it. You can go to my website, beautyofmyland.com, and you can download the song for free, because if you have a song like that, you should just give it to people, right? Yeah. Hey, are any of you guys Nina Simone fans? Okay, so there's a song that I love to do when I have a super awesome bunch of people around. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun because I need your help to do it, and I think you guys would have a lot of fun with it. Sea Lime Woman, do you know that song? No? Really? Okay, we'll have it. Okay, happy ass up now. Anyways, it's super easy. It's a lot of fun. I think it'll be good. So basically, I say a line, and then everybody else says a line. Okay, so you guys say sea line. Wait, let me pull the words up again. Okay. So you say, sea line woman. She drink coffee, she drink tea, sea lion, then go home. Sea lion woman, sea lion woman, sea lion woman. Oh no, okay, that's really, okay, we gotta get way more into it than that, seriously, yo, okay? Okay, let's try this again. Sea lion woman, she drink coffee, she drink tea, and then go home. See that woman. All right, so you guys got it, right? Are you ready to do it? Can we all do it together? Just scream it out at the top of your lungs. It's super. It's fun. It's good. See that woman, see that woman. There you go. All right. See that woman. She drink coffee, she drink tea, and then go home. See that woman, see that woman, see that woman. Dressed in green, wears steel stockings, golden seams. See that woman, see that woman. Awesome.
I should say it too so I can know.
See that woman dressed in red, make a man lose his head. See that woman, see that woman, see that woman dressed in black, $1,000 to went into see that woman, see that woman. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, turn like a cat. Wink at a man, and she'll wink back. Oh, she lied. Oh, she lied. Oh, she lied. Woman. See that woman, she drink coffee, she drink tea, then go home. See that woman, see that woman, see that woman, dressed in green, wears steel stockings, a golden seam. See that, see that woman. See that woman, see that woman. There you go. That was awesome, guys. That was a lot of fun. It was really hard to hear you guys out there. I couldn't tell what was going on. I should have put a microphone so that we could have heard that in louder chorus. I'm sure it sounded good out there, right? Yeah. Thank you. I don't know how much longer I have. I have no idea what time it is.
9:40.
All Alright, so I have a song that I wrote about my kid. And I don't know if you guys would like to hear it. You know, I know that, like, we all have had our own life experiences, right? And been in our own situations. As a musician and an artist, I think it's important that this be the outlet that I have for my own self-troubles, right? And that's, I think, why we're all here right now, is because we all have our own individual, like, troubles that we're all struggling and fighting for. And we're trying to come together as a united group of people to say, hey, together we can do more, we can become more, right? That's why we're all here. And that's exactly why I love my son so much, because if you have kids, you know that they remind you of this constantly. The need for community and connection. I have the coolest kid in the world, I think. He's 7, and his name is Eber. He's a very exciting and interesting, beautiful soul. About a year and a half ago, we had a house fire, and our house burned down, and we literally had nothing to go off of from that moment. Like, didn't feel like we really had a strong community around us, and so it felt like we needed to move, and so thus we ended up here in Colorado, which is super amazing. My kid, right? Okay, so this is a lot to have to go through. We're traveling and not knowing where we're going to end up and where we're going to live and how I'm going to get a job and how what's going to be what. But we just knew that we had a chance of something better, and we felt it thoroughly within our bodies and our souls. And so it really drove us to really look and search for that rather than being fearful and not, right? So we get here to Colorado, we're in the mountains, and my kid says to me, after all that, oh mama, we've got a good life. Do you see these trees and this big blue sky? Every day we be making new friends. Mama, we're free. I thought, well, that's really nice of you to say that to me right now, because I feel so stressed and nothing is going right. But really, is that your opinion and your thought on this world? Well, maybe I need to change my perception on things, right? So, in my mind, I was thinking, I ain't got no job. Honey, I ain't got no house of my own. And my son, he didn't have his own room. There's no picket fence. Nothing. And we don't have no monies for toys. And we ain't buying no fancy foods. We ain't got said, I have a really cool kid, right? And at some point in time, I don't know, it was maybe a month ago, I walked into my kid in the bathroom and he was in the shower for a really long time. And I was like, what are you doing, man? And I walk in and he's sitting on the floor in the shower with the water pounding on his head, right? With his legs crossed and his fingers together like this. And he was going, and he would get up and he would like move his body around and like would go and then he would plop back down and he would do it again and breathe. And I was like, wow, this is super cute, right? I took a picture, put it on Facebook like a good mom would do. And afterwards, I was like, yo, dude, so like, what were you doing in the bathroom there? And he was like, well, I was meditating, duh. And I was like, okay, just explain to me. Imagine that I don't know what it is that you were doing. Explain this to me, won't you? So he said that he put his fingers together like this because these are your peace fingers. And when you put your fingers together, you're putting peace together. And I said, okay, that's cool. Why do you breathe the way that you do? And he said, well, you know, Mom, we have so much energy just like pent up within our inner bodies that we have to get that energy out. And so when you breathe, you're pushing that energy out of your body. Alright, I can dig. I like where you're going with this. What do you think about when you meditate? Right? Oh God, Mom. We go through our lives every day and we think about so much. We have so much in our brains that when you meditate, you're pushing out all of your thoughts so that you can have space to think new things. And I thought, wow, you are really cool. But I say this really solely for the purpose that we take a moment and think about what life is like from this other perspective. Oftentimes, the paths that we have to the truth and the answers are the long way there, right? Because we put up so many walls and blockages in our life that it takes us a while to see a real simple, true path to happiness. But the kids, man, they see it in a way that is beyond gloriousness. And so maybe we need to practice seeing things from a new light, in a new way. So think about the kids. And think about the fact that you have the walls and they don't. Okay? And let's think about life kind of in the way that Eber thinks about it. And hopefully one day we can say, See, it ain't a matter of what we ain't, because we are, we is, and we be. Living all the life with heart, and then we go back down to our roots and say, oh mama, we're free. You guys liking it? Are you having fun? Is it good? Okay, cool. I'm glad you like it. So, alright, I think we have a couple more tunes. Time for like 1 or 2 more, I think. I don't know what time it is again. That was a long one. It was a big story. I hope it wasn't too much for you. Because we are fearful. It is fear that is debilitating. It's like death to our souls. While we can face death or fight it or succumb to the stagnantnesses that will lead to the death of all lives. And once we have died, the strength needed to create movement is sticking within our souls, and some never come back. Yeah, right? Don't you know I'm gonna ride, babe? I want to ride this train until I am free. 1787, right? There was no one watching. It was signed by 39 people from 13 states. The flush toilet hadn't even been invented yet. And so we are bound to a document that we did not sign. We are bound to a document that has nothing to do with our time and age and the issues that we face nowadays. And yet we amend and amend and amend and amend and amend like it will make it relevant to our times. I am bound because I am a slave. I am bound. I am a slave. I am bound, I do as I am told. I am bound, I am bound, I am bound, I am bound. See, the nice thing about an event like this is we know we're not. And together, we can ride this train. Together we can ride until we are free. Because this is our freedom. It's all about freedom. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right now. Oh yes. That's what we're here. That's what we got right now. Oh, it's our freedom. This is our freedom. It is fear that is debilitating. We close ourselves off from communication because we no longer believe in the brilliant abilities of our minds, or have tricked ourselves into thinking we're the only ones that can be correct. See, because fear is like death to our souls. We can face death or fight it or succumb to the stagnant existence that will lead to the death of our lives. It's true. And so with that in mind, I guess it's kind of getting to the end of our set. Okay, all of y'all like Bernie, and so I don't have to really preface myself too much, I think, because when I play for normal people and I say this, I have to warn them ahead of time that it's okay to have your own opinions and thoughts. But I just hope that all of us can really what I want to say is Trump for president is not an acceptable thing, okay? That's not something that is intertwined with freedom and the thought that we can create our own path in lifeline. And so I hope that what we all bring from our connections is that is actually the most important thing. And that we have to speak, and we have to connect, and we have to teach each other. And we have to not be afraid to open up and to realize that we need to make adjustments and praise and honor people for the adjustments that they make, even though it may not be what we think that they should be making. Because that doesn't really matter. That's not the point. It's not our thoughts, but how we come together. Okay? So every day we can make a point to just talk about the power that we have as human people and individuals, and really honor the power that we have to make change in our world. Because if we can't even honor that, then how do we expect a group or a government or a world or a nation to do that, right? So respect ourselves, and we will come together, and respect each other too. Trump for president, oh my God. I don't even know what to think about that, but I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I'm just going to ask you to think and to use your brains and our hearts and our soul to live your life the way that you really want to live it, and then expect others to do the same. Okay. This is Persona on the horn here. This is my dude Dan here on the bass. Yeah. This is Chris on the drums here. Oh yeah, keeping it real. And over here, this is Frederick on the guitar. Don't you know I will fight, baby? I will fight for all that's right. Because freedom, now who is freedom? I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Well, I'm free because I believe in, yes, because I know that that is the only thing that is true. Well, who said, what about the night? Oh, that I'm free, you're free. It's our freedom we're talking about right now. Oh yes, we're talking about freedom. We're talking about doing it. Yes, I am free. Hi guys, you are super beautiful. Thank you for listening. We're Beauty of My Land, and like us on Facebook. Come and check out our music. I'm new to Denver. This is our first official gig in Denver. So, thanks. So hopefully you all hear us more. Come and talk to me. We can get a card. But really, Make sure you put in your donations for Bernie Sanders. Make sure that you are speaking the word, because all you guys were all doing stuff earlier today anyway. So thank you for all your love and support for change and raising our kids and living our lives the way we decide to. Right? I don't know who's coming up next.
Alright guys, my name is Morgan and I'm with the Mercury Cafe. We have a small favor to ask of you. So we are filming a How to Caucus video. And if any of you are interested, you can be on camera for just a couple seconds. If you're interested, go ahead and meet me over here. It'll be great. And thank you so much for coming out tonight. This is a volunteer-led movement. You guys are pushing this revolution, and I cannot stress enough how incredible it is to see all of you out here tonight supporting Bernie, supporting change, supporting real revolution in politics. So go ahead and meet me over here if you're interested in helping us out. Thanks again.
Guys, so just so you know, we have a few more poets coming on, so don't go anywhere. Grab a drink, go over and talk to the Bernie representatives, and find out what you can do to support, and then we'll be back on with more entertainment in a few minutes. Thanks.